Myself, Dr. Shiban, MBBS DCH, post-graduated from Madras Medical College. So today we are going to discuss about NEET UG MCQs. This is our part 81. Okay. My first MCQ itself is a repeated MCQ last year. Template polarity with 3 dash to 5 dash is continuous. Tell me, is it continuous or discontinuous? 3 dash to 5 dash. Template polarity. Last year MCQ. True or false statement? It is a true statement. Very important point. Polarity. 3 to 5 dash is continuous. What is fragmentation? Fragmentation. Or they will ask like this. Is called fragmentation. Breakdown of detritus into smaller particles is called, they give some other word. You must answer fragmentation. They'll ask like this and give 4 choices. That time you must answer fragmentation. Enzymes degrade detritus. What is the name for this? Enzymes degrade detritus. What is the name for this? This is called catabolism, not fragmentation. That is fragmentation. This is catabolism. It will be very confusing. Enzymes degrade catabolism, which is called the farmer's friend. Farmer's friend. Any idea? Earthworm is called the farmer's friend. Assertion reason. Why earthworm is called farmer's friend? Why? 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 Because it helps in loosening of soil and so this is the reason why earthworm is called the farmer's land. Methane is released in decomposition. True or false? Methane is released in decomposition. True or false? In decomposition, only 3 things are released. They are carbon dioxide, water, and nutrients. They'll keep methane gone. What is the question? Decomposition. Be very careful while answering such MCQs. Decomposition. Always remember these 3 things. Detritus has fecal matter. True or false? Detritus has fecal matter. It is a true statement. This was a repeated MCQ. 6 steps in decomposition. They gave 3 steps, kept some other thing, which is the wrong statement. 6 steps. Do you know the 6 steps? All are separate MCQs. You must know what is fermentation. We discussed. You must know what is catabolism. You must know what is leaching. You must know what is humidification. All the 6 are MCQs. Separate MCQs. I think we studied 2 things now. Catabolism and fragmentation. Remaining thing you can hear in my previous video. Previous. 6 MCQs in front of you now. And you must know these are all comes under decomposition. They'll ask fragmentation is a decomposition process. True or false? You must know. They'll keep 3, they'll keep something 1 extra. All these things comes under decomposition. Now you answer this. Detritus contains methane. True or false? See how confusing. Detritus contains methane. Idea. These 3 things are found in detritus. Fecal matter, dead plant matter, all these things comes under detritus. Humidification is a decomposition. Just now we studied. True or false? True or false? It is a false statement. Why false statement? You didn't read the spelling correctly. The correct answer is humification. Humification is the correct answer. What is this? What I have written here? Humidification. Textbook says humification. See? Fragmentation, leaching, humification. These are the 6 steps of decomposition. Fragmentation is done by enzymes. True or false? Fragmentation is done by so what does enzyme do? Enzymes for catabolism. Second MCQ. Remember, enzymes for catabolism. So fragmentation is done by earthworm helps in what? That time you must answer fragmentation. Leaching is by bacterial enzymes. True or false? Leaching. Catabolism is by bacterial and fungal enzymes is a correct statement. This is a correct statement. Catabolism is by both bacterial and fungal enzymes. So this is a separate MCQ. Dash enzymes degrade detritus, but you must answer both bacterial and fungal enzymes is the correct choice. Sometimes they'll ask both of the above. Which of the following is amorphous substance? Amorphous substance. Humus is an amorphous substance. Which of the following is highly resistant to microbial action? Highly resistant to microbial action. Highly resistant to microbial action. Can you tell me this MCQ point? Slow rate. Any idea? Humus undergoes decomposition at a very slow rate. Humus undergo decomposition at a very slow rate. Humus is dark colored. Any idea? Humus, dark colored. Any idea? It is a true statement. See, all the MCQs I have prepared from your NCERT 12th standard textbook only. Okay. Which is colloidal in nature? Which of the following is colloidal in nature? Any idea? Humus is colloid in nature. These things they can ask. Colloid in nature. Humus is a reservoir of nutrients. Any idea? Next. It is a true statement. Why this is assertion reason MCQ. Why humus is a reservoir of nutrients? Why? Because it is colloidal in nature. Why? Mineralization occurs in humus. True or false? Mineralization occurs in humus is a true statement. Agarose is used where? AGORSE. Agarose is used in gel electrophoresis. Agarose is used in gel electrophoresis. What is ORI? ORI. Any idea? ORI. Origin of replication in a cloning vector. Origin of replication is called ORI. Replication of DNA starts where? Replication of DNA starts in ovary. Okay. Controls the copy number of linked DNA. You must always remember the question, not the answer. Very important. You are concentrating on the answer. No. You must concentrate on the question. See, I told ovary. What is the question? This is how you must be careful while preparing NEET. Study the question very well, not the answer. See the question, what is the question? Controls the copy number of linked DNA. Answer is very easy. Answer is ovary. No use in remember ovary. You must know the question. See, this is also ovary. This is also ovary. So don't forget ovary. Yeah? High copy number. Any idea? High copy number. Any idea? High copy number is related to recover many copies from target DNA. Is called high copy number. Is related to the word high copy number. Wolf is a secondary consumer. Any idea? Wolf is a secondary consumer. True or false? It is a true statement. Zooplankton is a primary consumer. Zooplankton is a primary consumer. True or false? It is a true statement. Phytoplankton is a primary producer. Phytoplankton is a primary producer. True or false? It is a true statement. Otherwise, it is a true statement. Lippies loop, LIPPLES, is used in both male and female contraception. True or false? Both. Lippies loop. It is used in females only. Lippies loop. LIPPLES, Lippies loop. Cervical cap used in males and females in contraception. Cervical cap used both in male and females. Cervical cap is used only in females. What is the role of copper ions in intrauterine device? IUD, intrauterine device. What is the role of copper in IUD, intrauterine device? Any idea? Very important MCQ point. What is the role of copper in IUD? Whenever you read this, your answer should look for an IUD. You must know all the IUDs. This is common for all IUD. If you know this is an IUD, you can answer this choice. Very important. Role of copper in IUD. Copper T, no? Copper T. (15NH4) chloride is used in dash experiment. It is used in Michelson and Staley's experiment. It is used in Michelson Staley experiment. Cesium chloride is used in which place? Cesium chloride. Again I am telling you, study the questions, not the answer. Cesium chloride is used in where? Again, calcium chloride. This is used in again chloride. This is how you should prepare. Question you must study, not the answer. This is studying experiment. Again, Michelson experiment is cesium chloride. So, cesium chloride, you must remember experiment. Okay, next. Taylor radioactive thymidine is used in dash experiment. Radioactive thymidine, thymidine, is used in Taylor experiment. Taylor experiment, they will use radioactive thymidine is typical for Taylor experiment. Vicia faba is used in Taylor experiment. True or false? Vicia faba is used in Taylor's experiment. Is a true statement. Both lipids are in generation 1 of Michelson experiment. True or false? I am talking about both. Both means it is always generation 2 of Michelson's experiment. Okay? Both means 2. Cesium chloride used in along with Vicia faba. Cesium chloride. Cesium chloride is true or false? Radioactive thymidine is used in Vicia faba. Radioactive iodine. DNA replicates semi-conservatively. It is a true statement. DNA replicates semi-conservatively. DNA replicates semi-conservatively. Studied in which organism? It is studied in Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli. What is the question? You forgot. Question. What is the question for Escherichia coli? DNA. Answer is Escherichia coli. The question is, don't forget the question. Heavy isotope of nitrogen. Any idea? Heavy isotope of nitrogen. Heavy isotope of nitrogen. Cesium chloride is written as CsCl. Heavy DNA molecule distinguished from normal DNA molecule by what experiment? Heavy DNA molecule is distinguished from normal DNA molecule by centrifugation of cesium chloride. This is the correct question. 15N is not a radioisotope. The correct statement is, it is a true statement. Bt toxin gene. Any idea? Bt toxin gene. What do you mean by Bt? Cotton, Bacillus THUN thuringiensis. Bacillus, cotton. What is the question? Zooplankton is a primary producer. True or false? Zooplankton is a primary producer. Any idea? The correct primary producers are three things in your textbook: phytoplankton, grass and tree. Phytoplankton. You have to memorize it. Otherwise, true or false, you cannot answer. Primary producer. Low temperature inhibits. Any idea? True or false? It is a true statement. Low temperature inhibits decomposition of detritus is a true statement. Why maize is resistant to stem borer? Why? High aspartic acid, low nitrogen and low sugar content. What is the question? You forgot the question. This is the actual question. And this is the correct answer. I think you're scratching your head how to remember all these things. There is one proven technique called 7 days continuous recall technique. 720 out of 720, top scorers. They keep it as a secret. If you want to remember all the 100 MCQs in this video, you must hear this video for 7 days continuously. If you do this, you will remember all the 100 MCQs for 1 year. That is a proven method. But if you don't hear this video for 7 days continuously, tomorrow afternoon, you will not remember even a mustard. It's a proven technique. So practice 7 days, continuous recall, and get benefited by hearing this video. Okay? Even if you do 200 revisions, the textbook, you will not remember anything. Yes, this is called recall method. What we are doing is not revision, recall. Write some good comments in the comment section and share this great video with your junior, senior, biology madam and even to your NEET coach. Yes. Parthenium is an example of over-exploitation. True or false? Parthenium is an example of over-exploitation. True or false? Parthenium is an example of alien species invasion. Alien species invasion. So this is a wrong statement. Habitat loss. Have you heard about this word? Habitat loss. Match the following. And you heard about this? It is a cause of biodiversity loss. Habitat loss. So fragmentation we studied. But you forgot. That is I'm telling you, 7 days recall. Fragmentation, what is this? It is the cause of biodiversity losses. It's called fragmentation. Passenger pigeon. Passenger pigeon is an example of fragmentation. True or false? Passenger pigeon is an example of exploitation. The question is passenger pigeon. Lantana is an example of over-exploitation. True or false? Lantana is an example of alien species. Stelwar's C. Cow is an example of co-extension. S-T-E-V-V. Stelwar's C. In Stelwar's C, cow is an example of over-exploitation. It's not co-extension, it is a over-exploitation. What is the question? Bone and sperm exhibit some degree of what? They exhibit some degree of polymorphism, which is called the gene gun. Bioelectrics. Don't scratch your head. 7 days continuous recall. That is the best way. Biostatistics. What is the thing? It is otherwise called gene gun. Plasmid can replicate within bacterial cells. Plasmid can replicate within bacterial cells. True or false? It is a true statement. Bacteriophages. Bacteriophages can be replicated within the cell. True or false? It is a true statement. Basis of paternity testing in case of any dispute. Basis of paternity testing in case of any dispute or any illegal pregnancy. Illegal pregnancy in case of dispute. What is the correct answer? It is a DNA fingerprinting. DNA fingerprinting. Why secondary succession? Why secondary succession is faster than primary succession? Why? Why? Since some soil or sediment is already present, Bacillus thuringiensis produces vitamins. True or false? Bacillus thuringiensis produces vitamins. True or false? They produce protein. They produce protein. Which is called crystal. Which of the following is called crystal? Any idea? The insecticidal poison of Bacillus is called crystal. First tropic level ecosystem. Any idea? First tropic level ecosystem is plants. Second tropic level ecosystem. Any idea? Second. Next is herbivores, which is called the third tropic level of ecosystem. Third. The correct answer is a carnivore, which is called the fourth level of the ecosystem. The correct answer is a top carnivore. Fish is a secondary consumer. True or false? Fish is a secondary consumer. It is a true statement. Lion is a tertiary consumer. True or false? Lion is a tertiary consumer. It is a true statement. Grasshopper is a primary consumer. Grasshopper is a primary consumer. It is a true statement. Grasshopper is a primary consumer. The word aphids are related to what? APHAD. Are related to what? Related to is related to what is the question? Aphids, APHAD is related to Jassids are related to JASSIDS. Any idea? Jassids. JASSIDS. Jacids are related to. Satellite DNA separated from bulk DNA by what? Satellite DNA is separated from bulk genome DNA. Satellite DNA is separated from bulk from by density gradient centrifugation. Density gradient centrifugation. What is the question? You forgot the question. NEET question is very important. The correct answer is small peaks are called satellite DNA. Small peaks are called. Major peak is bulk DNA. True or false? Major peak is bulk DNA. It is a true statement. Types of satellite DNA. Any idea? Types of satellite DNA. Or they will ask, they'll give this related to what? That one you must answer satellite DNA. Micro. Can you tell me the meaning for this? Do not. Any idea? Both micro and macro do not code for proteins. Both micro and macro satellite DNA do not code for What is the basis of DNA fingerprinting? Basis of DNA fingerprinting. Any idea? High degree of polymorphism. High degree of polymorphism. The question is, basis of DNA fingerprinting is high degrees of polymorphism. Polymorphism is related to basis of DNA fingerprinting. What is forensic application? What is mainly in forensic medicine application? Forensic medicine application, mainly DNA fingerprinting is used. DNA fingerprinting. Forensic medicine application is DNA fingerprinting. Forensic medicine application is DNA fingerprinting. On what basis satellite DNA is classified? On what basis satellite DNA is classified as micro and mini? Micro and mini. On what basis? These are the three very important bases. You must memorize thoroughly. They'll keep one more choice and they'll ask which is the wrong statement. Be very careful such reading MCQs. What is the question? What is the question? On what basis satellite DNA is classified as micro and able DNA? In DNA fingerprinting, there is low degree of polymorphism. True or false? High degree of polymorphism. These are all repeated MCQs. Can you tell me the three primary producers in your textbook? NCRT. Primary producers. How to remember? You cannot do any magic. You must hear this video for 7 days continuous. No magic. What is the question? Primary producers. You must be in fingertips. These are called the primary producers. Primary consumer. Primary consumer. Primary consumer is called the primary consumer. It's called the primary consumer. Who is called the secondary consumer? Secondary consumer. Any idea? Birds, fish and crow. Birds, fish and wolf. Wolf. What is the question? Secondary consumer. Secondary consumers. Tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers. Koilada is a marine fish. Keoladado. Koilado is a marine fish. True or false? Koilado. Any idea? What is Koilado? It is a national park in Rajasthan. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Hibernation example. Any idea? Hibernation example. Hibernation. There, BEAR. Hibernation is an example of. Example of estivation. Estivation is snails and fish is an estivation. Diapause is related to what? Diapause. Diapause is related to the word zooplankton. Diapause is the word related to zooplankton. Diapause is an example of migrate. Diapause is an example of migrate. True or false? So diapass is an example of suspend. Very important MCQ point. Diapass is an example of suspend. Estivation is an example of conform. Conform. Estivation. Any idea? Estivation is an example of suspend. Repeated points. Estivation. Coilado Park is an example of suspend. Coilado Park. Coilado Park is an example of migrate. Hummingbird is an example. No. Hummingbird is an example of suspend. Hummingbird is an example of confirm. CONFROM. The question is hummingbird. Name four variants of suspend. Any idea? Name four variants of. Any idea? Dormancy, in hibernation, estivation, and diapass. What is the question? Suspend. How to remember? 7 days continuous recall. No other way. What is the question? 4 stages of suspend. What is the answer? What is the question? Four responses of abiotic factor. 4 responses of abiotic factor. Regulate, confirm. These are the 4 responses of abiotic factor. These are the 4 responses of abiotic factor. Diapass is for snails. True or false? Diapass is for zooplankton. Diapass is for zooplankton. Pyramid is broad at apex. Pyramid is broad at apex. Is broad at base. Base of ecological pyramid has consumers. Any idea? You know the diagram? Any idea? The base is producer and the apex is consumer. Base is pyramid and the apex is consumer. Two things student studied. Two things are studied in ecological system. True or false? In ecology is always 3. Name 3 studied in ecological system. Any idea? It is number, mass and energy. It is number, mass and energy. What is the question? Name 3 in the ecological system. What is the unit of biomass? Unit of biomass. This is the unit of biomass. This is the unit of biomass. Primary producers convert 20 percentage. Primary producers convert 20 percentage of energy from sunlight available in the form of into NPP. Any idea? It is only 1%. Can you tell me the answer? You forgot. 7 days recall. Don't forget. Can you tell me the question? What is the question? What is this? What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer? Seven days continuous recall will make you a master. Sparrow eating an insect is a primary consumer. True or false? Sparrow eating an insect. Sparrow is a primary consumer. True or false? Sparrow eating an insect is a secondary consumer. Sparrow eating an insect. Sparrow eating a worm is a secondary consumer. True or false? Sparrow eating a worm, it is a true statement. Sparrow eating a seed is a secondary consumer. True or false? Seed. Sparrow eating a seed is a primary consumer. Seed. Sparrow eating a fruit is a primary consumer. True or false? Fruit. It is a true statement. Tropic level represents a species as such. Tropic level represents a species as such. Never. It represents at functional level. It represents at functional level. It represents at functional level. A given species occupies only one tropical level. A given species usually occupies one tropic level. Never. It is always more than 1. It is always more than 1. Both the strands of DNA copied into RNA in transcription. True or false? It is a never statement. Never. What is it? Read it well. It is a never statement. Streptococcus studied by whom? Streptococcus studied by whom? Streptococcus is studied by Friedrich Greth. Friedrich Greth studied the Streptococcus. Nitrogen inhibits decomposition of detritus. True or false? Nitrogen inhibits. What's the answer? Nitrogen quickens. Nitrogen quickens the decomposition of detritus. Chitin quickens the decomposition of detritus. Chitin always slows down. Chitin slows down. Warmth plus moist environment inhibits decomposition of detritus and inhibits warmth and moist. Warmth and moist speedens or favors, not inhibits. Speedens or favors. Anaerobiasis inhibits decomposition detritus. Anaerobiasis. Any idea? It is a true statement chart. അത് മറ്റേ ഫിസിക്കൽ ചാലഞ്ചിലത് Phytoplankton is a primary consumer. Phytoplankton is a primary consumer. True or false? The primary consumers are zooplankton, grasshopper, and cow. Primary consumers. Primary consumers. Primary consumers. Inactive protoxin. Inactive protoxin. Which one? Inactive protoxin. It is the Bt toxin protein. It is the Bt toxin protein. So here all my videos, share this video. It will be very much useful for you. Don't forget 7 days continuous recall. Stay tuned.